Given our region's globally leading strengths in computer science and the globe's increasing hunger to make sense of mountains of data being collected every second around the world, it may be little wonder that a few visionary individuals around here are thinking big about big data and the potential for our region to position itself as the go-to place for organizations in search of big data solutions. They've gotten together to form Pittsburgh DataWorks. Saman Haqqi is Program Director for Big Data Marketing with IBM. Jerome Pesenti is Chief Scientist for Big Data with IBM in Pittsburgh. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you.
All right, I got to start with the big question. What the heck is big data?
Well, if I can start by saying that just the way we all know the internet changed our lives in the last 20, 30 years, I think big data is going to change it in the next 20, 30 years. So having said that, I think that makes it very relevant for everyone to know what it is. And big data is really what it says. It's about the large volume of data that's being generated today. Data has always been around, and it's always been fairly big in the companies that were generating it. But now it's not just companies, it's every single connected device like your smartphones. It's your cats and dogs who have the chips installed in their necks. It's all the smart meters. So if you look around you, people, living things, non-living things, everything is generating data. It's being collected somewhere by some person, and big data is all about how do we gather, store, and analyze that data to improve our decision making. So it's really around the quantity, volume, variety, and the speed with which all this data is being collected, and how do we use it to improve our general well-being.
Unbelievable. Of course, big data being collected everywhere in the world. We're all interconnected. So why is there a particular opportunity here for our region, do you think?
Well, we think that big data will be kind of the, as Saman said, the business for the next 20 years, the big driver of jobs and economic opportunity. We think that Pittsburgh is well placed for it. There are lots of assets here between, CMU, Pitt, great universities, great companies, IBM, Google, NetApp, Management Science Associates, and also, we think the government will actually support this, this initiative, the county, the city. So we think that there's right, storm of things coming up together, and we can put Pittsburgh on the map for big data.
So we have as good a shot at this as any place in the world?
Better shot, the better shot to be one of the top places in the world for it.
So what would Pittsburgh DataWorks do then? What is it going to be exactly?
So the idea behind Pittsburgh DataWorks was to make it a very much a community-driven initiative, which would be participated in by all kinds of organizations. So we have the universities being a part of it. You have private sector established companies like IBM, Google, NetApp, UPMC participating in it actively. And we have local or development organizations like Allegheny Conference, Innovation Works, URA, taking part. So all of these organizations are coming together because they all believe in this opportunity and the ability of Pittsburgh to take part in it. So when I say participate, what that means is that the executives from these organizations are on the board of DataWorks, and we are all coming together to organize a variety of events and activities during the year that's going to help people with big data education, with training, with getting access to technology, to data sets, anything that you can think around. If you're thinking about big data and launching a career or launching a company in it, we want to be a resource for that.
So really fostering the kind of collaboration that can help people get together and create some new things.
That's right. And we also want to put ourselves behind certain types of projects around big data in the region. So, for example, we are trying to promote open data governments for Pittsburgh and for the county and for the state. Many cities.
Open data governments?
That's right. So many cities like New York and Chicago now have open data portals. So you can go on their portals and you can see all the data that's generated by the government or managed by the government, like crime data, like real estate data, like 911 data or 311 data. So they actually put this portal out there so that companies and citizens can actually see that data, and it gives a view of open data government, open government that's that tell the citizen what they are doing and let companies benefit from it.
So next steps going forward, are there regular meetings being convened? Do you all have a staff? I mean, how are you putting all of this together?
Right now, we have a board of directors, like I mentioned. We also have a very, very actively involved advisory committee, which is made up of all the people from the organizations that are part of the initiative, and they are all dedicating their time on a volunteer basis to make sure that the promises that we are making with the DataWorks actually get delivered. So we have about 15 people that are on our advisory committee, and they are, again, from all the organizations that I mentioned earlier. And you know, they are actually the people who are rolling up their sleeves and doing the work.
Well, I give you credit. Now, if somebody wants to get involved, if they've heard about this, they want to explore it,
yeah, they can just go to our site. You know, you can do a search for Pittsburgh DataWorks, and we have actually a form to register. We also had a big event a month ago to launch the initiative. It was kind of interesting because we invited 300 people. We expected 80 people, and more than 300 people actually showed up. More than people were registered. So it was a big. Everybody looked around and said, "Hey, actually, there are lots of people in Pittsburgh interested in big data," and we even ourselves didn't, expect this kind of success. And we got a lot of people to register for to become volunteers. And we are still, accepting more volunteering, obviously, and we want to do a lot of events and a lot of projects.
All right. Well, it's all about the networking, right?
That's right. That's right.
Everybody together. Big data. That's the word to watch. Saman Haqqi and Jerome Pesenti with Pittsburgh DataWorks. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having
us. When we return, a different kind of digital art, knitting one and purling two to literally knit a bridge in our region. Stay with us.